Hello learners, in this video we will learn about organic farming. Organic farming is a new term where age-old knowledge of science is used for farming practices, which has been overshadowed by the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides for the production of food. Use of chemicals has overpolluted our soil and water, which has been the support for agriculture. The use of organic has been popularized by Howard and Rodell, and it refers to the use of organic matter which is derived from plant compost and animal manures to improve the humus content of the soil. This will increase the soil quality with reference to nutrient content. This is derived from the work of early soil scientists who developed what is then called humus farming. An organic farm, properly speaking, is not one that uses certain methods and substances and avoid others. It is a farm whose structure is formed in imitation of the structure of a natural system that has integrity, the independence and benign dependence of an organism. This was said by Wendell Berry, The Gift of Good Land. Let us look at the characteristics of organic farming. Protection and sustained soil fertility. Now, this is one of the most important characteristics of organic farming. As we all know that soil gives support to the plant for growth. Thus, soil fertility should be increased, and if it cannot be increased, then it should be sustained. Promoting the use of biological agent to provide nutrients to the plant. It implies use of fertilizers and pesticides which are of biological nature. Use of leguminous plants and soil bacteria for nitrogen fixation. Leguminous plant will help increase the nitrogen content of the soil, and in return it will increase the fertility of soil. Minimizing the use of chemicals for crop management. When less chemicals will be used for crop management, it will directly reduce the cost of production, and also the ill effects of fertilizers and pesticide will be also reduced. Integrating and encouraging livestock management. Livestock becomes crucial part of organic farming, as this would constantly provide with organic fertilizers for farming, and thus livestock management should be integrated and also encouraged. Monitoring the impact on environment due to farming, and also conservation of wildlife and natural habitat. Use of chemicals in farming practices creates nuisance to the flora and fauna present in the environment. For example, use of excess nitrogen fertilizers will change the natural pH, and thus the plants growing will be hampered, and this will result in implication on animal consuming those plants. Now, let us talk about methods or basic principles of organic farming. The first principle is crop rotation. Policies like crop rotation, where single type of crop is not grown, and crop diversity is where plants of different natures are grown in the same field. For example, coconut farm will also have fruit trees. Green manures, compost and biofertilizers. They support the good health of plant, soil and environment. Biological pest management, integrated pest management and weed management. These helps in dealing with pests, infections, and other problems like worms, diseases, which drastically reduce the overall output of the farming. Soil management and soil health. Soil management and soil health is also important because the soil plays an important role, and unhealthy and contaminated soil will deteriorate the crop quality. Cutting dependency on fossil fuel. Producing and fulfilling the supply chain of fertilizers includes usage of fossil fuel and thus increases the dependency. Use of fertilizer, which can be prepared on site just like composting and manuring. Here, one can reduce the dependency on fossil fuel. Livestock. The importance of livestock in organic farming is they support continuous supply of organic fertilizers. Rejection in the use of GMOs. GMOs or genetically modified organism has overpowered the natural native species, and it has happened that the native species has got extinct. The GMOs are not natural and may possess some harmful effects on the consumers. So that is why GMOs should be rejected. Let us see the advantages of organic farming. The biofertilizer used to charge the soil improves soil's chemistry and physical property. It also improves soil texture and water holding capacity. This helps the soil in retaining nutrients. Optimum utilization of natural resources. It reduces the cost of agriculture and improves soil health. Increased agricultural production. These productions are very high and thus make it sustainable. Lowers the level of pollution and maintains environmental health. Reduces the health hazard as it is devoid of any residual pesticides and contaminants. It also reduces the risk of crop failure. The disadvantages of organic farming is we have a limited knowledge of biopesticides which can cause problem to overcome new pests. Organic products go through stringent certification tests which make them costly. Organic produce when compared to conventional produce is costly, and thus for many consumers it might not be feasible to afford. Shelf life of organic produce is also less when compared to conventional produce. The quantity of produce derived from organic farming is very less and cannot provide enough food for ever increasing population. Conversion from conventional to organic farming. This includes many things which should be taken into consideration for conversion. First is habitat management. Habitat is very crucial as it will support the farm. Habitat ensures continuous supply of manure, identification of cultivated and non-cultivated space in the farm, space for water harvesting and other support systems. Diversity in crop production. Diversity in crops will ensure effective control and management of pests and diseases. It also ensures balanced nutrition of the soil. It includes crop rotation, mixed cropping, intercropping, etc. Conversion period. It lies between 12 to 36 months. This is the minimum period required for the transition from conventional farming to organic farming. Contamination control. Leaching and runoff of fertilizers, pesticides and other contaminants should be avoided. Soil and water conservation. Soil erosion and pollution of ground and surface water should be avoided. So, these are the requirements for conversion from conventional to organic farming. Basically, this conversion is costly, time consuming, and very hectic. Therefore, many farmers avoid conversion. So, in this video, we have talked about organic farming, its characteristics, methods, advantages, disadvantages, and how a person can move from conventional farming to organic farming. Hope you liked this video and found it useful. Thank you.